Hey guys, welcome to Charlie Talks Tech, and today I'm going to talk about Nokia's new handset, that's Nokia 6, which has now been unveiled in China, and it might just be a China exclusive handset with HMD Global selling it. And I'm talking about this smartphone. I usually don't do opinions and smartphone reviews, but I'm talking about this smartphone because people need to know that we are not fools, and if a company like as big as Nokia is making a comeback, it needs to offer a lot more to people than just these specs, these specifications which I will be telling you. Like, I'm not more of a reviewer or an opinion, I don't give those, but I guess people really need to know what processor this phone has and what are the limitations of this processor and how Nokia has underplayed its potential and brought a very small and very mediocre processor into the scheme of things. So first I will start with the processor and I will tell you the limitations and the features of the processor itself, and then we'll move on to the proper spec sheet. Okay. So Nokia 6 comes with Qualcomm Snapdragon 430 processor. Fine. We all have heard the name of this processor. It came by the very end of 2016, last quarter. Xiaomi's Redmi 3S and Redmi 3S Prime had this processor. Even I have a Redmi 3S Prime with 3GB RAM. It's a good handset. I'm not undermining the capability of that processor. That processor is pretty good. But if you're looking to make a comeback after so many years, you need to offer better than Snapdragon 430. So let's move on with Snapdragon 430's features. Snapdragon 430 is an average processor with had 8 ARM Cortex A53 cores, 505 Adreno GPU. Fine up till now. Maximum 4 cores, 4 A53 cores clock at 1.2 GHz. And the other 4 cores clock at 1.5 GHz. So the cumulative clock speed will be around 1.4 GHz. Pretty average. Adreno 505, Hexagon DSP, fine, pretty competent like most 6 series Snapdragon processors. Now we come to the back parts. It gives you Bluetooth Low Energy 4.1. It won't give you 4.2. It doesn't give you dual band wireless support. It has an on-screen display resolution maximum of 1920 into 1080p, like that's full HD, and the video recording on even the rear camera, good quality camera, is full HD and not 4K. So it doesn't support 4K resolution. Yeah, it comes with Qualcomm's Quick Charge 3.0. That's a good thing. It will be interesting to see if Nokia 6 has it. USB 2.0 is supported. No USB Type-C support is given with this Snapdragon 430. Global mode is not turned on. It's X6 LTE connectivity, not even X9 like the likes of Snapdragon 625, which was, by the way, a great processor based on 14 nanometer, and this is based on 28 nanometer architecture, so it's not even that slim. The handset is supposed to be around more about the 8 millimeter thickness, which is actually apt as Nokia 6 is 7.8 millimeter. This is how the conditions have shaped up, and the maximum download speed is 150 Mbps, the upload speed is 75 Mbps, courtesy it has Cat4 connectivity, no Cat6, no Cat7, just Cat4 connectivity, X6 LTE, no X9 LTE modem. So most of the features are average and apt for a phone which is under the 10K pricing. Well, Lenovo K6 you must have remembered. So under 10K, if you are going to shell out this phone, fine. However, what Nokia has done, it has paired this average processor with 4GB RAM. Yeah, 4GB RAM. And 64GB of internal memory. So this software hardware cohesion might not be great, and this device is expected to show signs of overheating. Yes, because till date, all the phones having Snapdragon 430 processors had maximum 3 gigs of RAM. And having 4 gigs of RAM might just stretch it a slight bit. Okay, now we come to the camera. We will be comparing to and fro. The camera modules, like you can use, you can go up to 21 megapixel on this Snapdragon 430, and Nokia has used a 16 MP rear shooter. But there is no OIS because there will be no support for OIS and no 4K video recording. So if it brings OIS, you should be able to bring 4K. So Nokia has dished both because of a very obsolete processor. And it brings PDAF, face detection autofocus. Simple technology, not a very hi-fi technology. I will be explaining, by the way, I will be explaining PDAF, CDF, OIS in my subsequent videos. PDAF aperture is f2.0, not enough light, low light photographs are going to be very average. Then you get 1 micrometer sensor size, reasonable, not that good. For the selfie module, the Snapdragon 430 has not a big role to play. It still has an 8MP, 84 degree wide angle lens. 84 degree is actually not a very wide angle lens. 88 would have been good. 84 is just average. So this is how it shapes up. And even it has a f2.0 aperture. So it's at par with the rear camera when it comes to light detection and low light photography. So the battery for Nokia 6 is 3000 mAh. It's okay if Qualcomm persists, and if Nokia persists with Qualcomm's 3.0, if it gives it, go well and good. 3000 will suffice for a day. Now we come to the proper specifications of Nokia 6. 5.5-inch Full HD screen. You can find all these specs online. The good thing is that this Corning Gorilla Glass 3, not the most advanced thing, but still okay if you are going for a handset within 10K. If it comes to India with a different name, I guess Nokia needs to change the processor, because the Indians are not fools, and it needs to offer a lot more things when it comes to the display quality. Display quality can only go up to 1080p if we go with the Snapdragon 430 processor. So for 5.5-inch screen, Full HD screen, 2.5D curved glass, so that the calling experience is good. The phone sits properly in your ears. If it's a curved glass, it sits properly. Gorilla Glass 3 gives you proper protection. What else? Yeah, it has 4GB RAM, 64GB of internal memory, 128GB it can be expanded to. The best thing here is that it has aluminum unibody. It has 2 smart amplifiers, one up and one down. Fingerprint scanner with the home button. Dolby Atmos support. Yeah, Dolby Atmos is a topic which I will be covering. Dolby Digital, Dolby Atmos differences I will be covering in my other topic. So stay tuned for that. And it has smart amplifiers. It's a TFT9891, I guess. I don't exactly remember what kind of amplifier is that. But it's usually 6 dB louder than other amplifiers, and I will be explaining why. Because there are many topics, and this Nokia 6 has included certain technologies which might be interesting to all the readers and all the viewers who want to know more about electronics and technology. So this is what however, the impressive thing is the availability of Android Nougat. I'm happy with that. Android Nougat is a pretty exciting OS, and Nokia is planning to give Android Nougat 7.0 with this handset, so it's quite a good thing. However, if you would ask me, I would prefer CoolPad's Cool One Dual more over this, because it offers 652, Qualcomm 652, because Qualcomm 430 is fine. Snapdragon 430 is fine, it doesn't heat up, 8 cores, octa-core, fine. But it has a lot of average things in it, which might not be good for Nokia going or returning into the scheme of things all over again. These are the feature sets. Like I've explained everything, I guess. I've told about the processor, I've told about the display quality, and I've told about a lot of things. What else should I tell? Yeah, battery I've told. It's 7.80mm thick, and if it would have used a processor like 14 nanometer based processor with 625, the device would have been slimmer. The weight expected to be around 150 because of aluminum unibody. And camera modules I've told, it has got a fingerprint scanner. This is it. This is nothing exceptional from Nokia. Just a pretty basic, decent handset. Not even decent. So I will be also explaining the different Snapdragon processors like the 4 series, 400 series, 600 series, 800 series, and even 200 series for the users to look at. So if you like the content, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share this video, because on subscribing you will get to see newer videos every day based on technology, based on different stuff, the non-existent portions of technology which nobody else has covered. So till then, friends, stay informed.